Are we live?
We're live?
I'm showing Jarrett a picture of a shoe that you can't see because it's embargoed. But dude, how hot is this?
Would I be allowed to draw it from memory for them?
You know, I wonder if they would get mad if I drew it.
Everyone's tuning out right now.
Is there an embargo for drawings?
All right.
All right, here we are at the live drop, the drop live.
The drop live.
And it's episode
together.
30. Can you believe we've made it to 30?
That's how old I am.
Yeah.
I am. This is my golden
great.
drop.
Your golden drop.
This is my golden drop.
Anyway, if you're just tuning in, I'm Thomas.
I'm Robbie.
I'm Jarrett.
And we are
Believe in the Run, or at least part of it.
Yeah.
Most of it. The brains.
This guy's back in action.
Yeah.
Everyone missed him.
Yeah, I won't tell you the story.
Yeah.
It's a long story.
You have to slip into his DMs.
It involved a lot of blood, passing out, and some other stuff, but it's all good.
It's pretty epic.
Who is this episode brought to you by today?
Got a little sponsor today. Thank you to Sufferfest Beer.
And we'll be trying, during this episode, I'll be having the Repeat, which is the lowest in alcohol because I got some more stuff to do today.
Is that the Kolsch?
Yeah, the Kolsch.
Yep.
Repeat. And what do you have?
I got the FKT, fastest known time. I'll probably drink it in the slowest known time.
Yeah.
That's the pale ale.
Mine has some bee pollen, so that's good.
Ooh.
Does buzz.
Head Start is a stout brewed with coconut water and added coffee.
I actually think that was
Sounds
one of my
pretty nice.
favorites.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm glad that you couldn't drink this
So
one.
cheers to Sufferfest.
Yeah, thank you, Sufferfest, for sending the beer. And I've had this before, so I already know I like it, so that's a plus.
I mean, it has the word beer in it, so I know I like it already.
And it has the word free.
I
It's
mean,
a free
you could
beer.
put some Keystone Light in here, and I'll probably be totally fine with it.
This
I
is
will
good.
But you better not give him the Blue Moon, right?
No Blue Moon.
Did you
I'll
just
drink Keystone
throw up
Light
a
all
lot of
day.
Blue Moon one time or something?
No, it's just
Just you don't.
Trust me.
Yeah, okay. It's wheat beer.
if you know, you know.
All right. Well, great. Welcome to the show.
Oh yeah, this is like a shoe show.
Yeah.
A shoe show.
And just in case you tuned in to see reviews, you want to watch the review videos for that. This is the Drop Live. This is where we just sit and talk, and you might even want to use this as a podcast because we just ramble on about the stuff that we're talking about and reviewing and kind of just cover what's up next.
If you close your eyes, it is a podcast. So.
And believe me, when you're looking at Jarrett, you want to close your eyes.
And if you have any questions during the episode, feel free to ask about any of the shoes or not any of the shoes or just beer.
Yeah. Beer.
We'll answer them.
Yeah.
Beer. Or, where Robbie gets his t-shirts.
Yeah.
Because people love Robbie's
My wife
t-shirts.
got me this one. I was pretty grateful. All right, let's might as well start on some shoes.
You want to slide in? Hey,
Should
you
I
know what?
slide in?
Jarrett never gets to talk about shoes because he's got that horrendous condition called wide foot.
Yetiism.
But it seems like a lot of people care about what Jarrett thinks about shoes. So,
Dude,
Jarrett, why don't you
keep
whip out?
asking questions, and I'm sure Thomas is like, God, leave me alone.
I feel like we're turning into a podiatry site.
Yeah, it's a lot of. Who knew there's so many wide foot people out there? I didn't even know it was that big of a deal.
Suffering in
Dude,
silence.
it's happening. it's a movement.
Is there? You should just start the Believe in the Run wide foot face.
Yeah.
At this point, might as well just do it.
It's gonna be a direct competition to you. So.
Yeah.
You guys don't want to hear about the cool stuff coming out. Come over to this side where you can get all the gray shoes you want to see. Speaking of gray shoes, why don't you whip out one of the ones you're reviewing?
Yeah, might as well pull it out.
Well,
You know,
should
get
I
the
do
tempo
what we just posted?
Yeah.
We just.
Oh, it's on your feet.
I know, right? I'm even
Okay.
wearing it. We just posted. I know.
Yeah,
No, it's not bad. We have the 880 V10. Oh.
I honestly, I get so confused with all the 880s. As you know, because I called it the 1080 in the review multiple times when I was editing it.
I was actually surprised to hear, because Adrian also reviewed it and Dave Ames reviewed it, and all three of us loved it.
Yeah. It's a lot of love.
Yeah, it's a lot
shoe.
of love for a pretty standard neutral trainer.
And you guys didn't mind the knit upper?
No. The only thing that we all weirdly talked about was the big tongue, which got a little uncomfortable at a certain point.
The old thick tongue.
But it's like...
What did you like about it? Was it the softness of the cushion? What makes this shoe?
It's just this. I feel like so many shoes right now.
So much rubber.
I know. There's a lot of rubber. This is what I'll be doing 15 miles with Allie and tomorrow. This is exactly what shoes should be, but there's so many gimmicks going on with that aren't working. So like part of shoes great, and then you're like, oh, but this part is like the worst. And
yeah,
it transitions well. It's got, you know, enough in the outsole with these grooves going across that it's
so it's
smooth.
got some flexibility.
It's got a little flex. The flight foam is not overly soft. But
is it fresh foam or flight foam?
Fresh foam? I'm sorry. There's so many foams.
Well, it used to be flight foam, right?
No, flight foam's Asics.
Yeah.
Gosh, I'm sorry. I knew that.
This is why they need me on the show.
We're drinking beer. It's not my fault.
I would be at home right
There's
now
too many-
watching this and be like, it's fresh foam.
There's too many F words.
Fresh foam X.
Well, it's
the
alliteration. You got to go with the F.
Yeah, I got some alliteration for you.
It's smooth. It's cushioned. I think
my
that it's responsive too. So
Ooh,
it's
smooth and
I
responsive.
know.
Yeah.
It's like someone who you'd like to find on Tinder.
So, so being as it is, it's designed for a wide person. So, did you find it accommodating?
Yeah, I think that this fit perfectly. I feel like there's some shoes that, you know, they say they're wide, but it's feeling a little snug. I mean, true to size, I feel like the width is great.
What's the weight?
I think in the 11s for this one. So
it's
it's
not lightweight.
No, it's not lightweight, but I mean,
For a Goliath foot, it's pretty lightweight.
yeah. And I think the regular, I'm not sure what Dave or Adrian said the weight was, but you know, it's got enough cushion for the long miles that I don't think it really needs to be a super lightweight shoe. That's not what it's trying to be. It's trying to be, you know, an everyday daily trainer, long run,
And
enjoy.
anything under 12 is great for a daily runner, and especially when you get dropped down to a shoe that's in the 9s, like the TC, which you're trying out. That, you know, if you're doing your daily runs and kind of getting in those easy miles in a heavier shoe, you switch up for race day to a lighter shoe, it feels like an extra boost.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's move on.
Should I do the tempo since we're
I
on
was
New
gonna say,
Balance?
we have to do that one. Yeah.
All right, yeah.
I mean, we showed it a couple times before.
Yeah.
There's so much downtime. What do we do?
Here, but the official review is.
Boom! You see that? This is why Robbie and I are a team. We're both a quarterback and a receiver.
Dude, if the coach would have put me in high school, I could have threw a football over that mountain.
Yeah.
But he didn't.
No, yeah. I never even tried to play football.
Yeah.
But
we can tell.
that's why I love running so much. It's like a sport for people who can't do sports.
Yeah.
So I'm there, and I'm not even that great of a runner, so it makes
like-
it even better.
You're like George Michael Bluth when they throw a ball at you.
Yeah, exactly. I won't even tell you about my baseball tryouts where I didn't wear my glasses and they hit fly balls to me. It was great.
He still doesn't wear his
Great.
glasses.
It didn't do anything to my self-esteem as a child.
All right.
Anyway, so this is the Tempo, which is pretty much the evolution of the Zante. We're going to have a review out for you, a video review soon, so you'll get all the details. We'll tell you it's on that Fresh Foam X platform, and I'd say I kind of like FuelCell better than Fresh Foam, but Fresh Foam has its place. I love it in the 1080 V10. In this shoe, I just don't think there's quite enough of it, and I know this shoe is designed to be more of a faster paced shoe, so think of this as a slimmed down 1080 V10. But for me, this shoe, I'm kind of like, it's weird. I used to love the Zante platform. I used to love the style of shoe, but now there's all different types of speed day shoes in that this kind of feels like in a weird spot for me now. It's not quite light enough to be a really, really speed day, workout shoe, but it's also not substantial enough to be what I want in a daily trainer. I felt it was a little thin under the forefoot. Dave also felt that way. I mean, if you really love the Zante, you'll like this. Another thing that I had an issue with, but it isn't really a problem for some people, is the toe box was extra wide for me. So, especially in a shoe that's supposed to be a little bit of a tempo shoe, a faster day shoe, I don't like any slipping around. I like the shoe to feel snug.
Well, you can see some of, even when you hold it up, you can see there's a lot
They're puckering.
There's a lot of fabric in there.
Yeah, I might let you try this on. Overall, I think that it breathes really well. The stuff that New Balance does well is done well in this shoe. So I don't think it's a problem with New Balance. I think this just comes down to my personal preference. And in this shoe, I don't know where this fits in my shoe rotation anymore.
I mean, you could say if somebody maybe doesn't have that rotation, so to speak, would you say that they can?
This could be a shoe.
As just one shoe.
Yeah, this could be that shoe if you want a dual-use shoe. It's not quite a great daily trainer. It's not quite a great speed shoe. There's other shoes I might pick that float in that middle area a little better. But, if you want to stick with New Balance, you like the look, the styling, yeah, maybe this could be that shoe for you that's a light daily trainer that you can use for faster paces.
Yeah. Someone was just asking about that, like where the 880 and the tempo like both fit in, and you kind of just described where the tempo fits in. Where would you say the 880 fits in?
I think is more of a daily trainer.
Yeah. I mean, if you go, I think the 880 is a more affordable shoe than the 1080. Right. So it's kind of like a step down. So you go from 1080 to like the 880s and isn't there an 890?
There is an 890.
Yeah, 890, and then you kind of...
Is the 1080 a little more cushioned than the 880? I mean, I think it might be.
I don't know. We have to check on that.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I mean, overall, if you really want this shoe, I wouldn't talk you out of it. Again, it's in that middle ground. It's got a semi-puffy tongue instead of the thin tongue that's in the racers now. It's got a TPU heel cup that keeps your foot locked in. I mean, it fits nicely. It just, the feel for it wasn't what I'm into currently.
I could see this with, like, let's say the 1080 could be a good, pair combo.
Yeah.
Just because for someone who doesn't, let's say someone doesn't want to run in carbon plate shoes, I mean, that could be.
Yeah, but I would go Rebel. I would go Rebel over this for speed.
I'm sure that this, though, is definitely more stable than the Rebel. I think the FuelCell is so bouncy that if you heel strike a little bit, you're really shaking.
Yeah. Well, what I found interesting about this is it does have a lower stack in the toe, and it actually has 2 millimeters more of fresh foam than the Zante had, which is weird to me because the Zante had a better underfoot experience for me. I don't know. So this one's a mystery for me. There's nothing wrong with this shoe. I think it's just, again, it comes down to personal preference. Dave wasn't a big fan of this. I'm not exactly sure.
Yeah, because he really liked the Fresh Foam X in the 880, but then he was just like, "There's nothing. There's there's nothing in this one."
Which is I was actually thinking about that because the next shoe that I'm trying right now, the Fresh Foam does not feel the same.
Might as well
the Fresh Foam X.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. And
which is
maybe
weird
that's
because...
maybe it's a production line thing.
Dude, the Fresh Foam V2.
Dude, that puts the more in more.
I know.
Holy
Dude,
that's like insane. I haven't seen that in person yet. That's
tugboat. I'm telling you.
I don't want that much.
Holy crap.
I don't want more.
If you compare these, it's
that's not even real.
I don't know.
Show the sidewalls.
But
Here,
the thing about
do
the
this.
sidewall...
Hold the other one upside next to it. Okay. Like this.
That's a big boy.
This is more. It's definitely more.
That's a lot more.
You could put that on a campfire stick and roast that for 3 hours.
This kind of looks like a great white shark.
It does. There's a lot of blood on the teeth there.
The thing is again, I've seen the next version of this, and it looked a lot cooler.
Yeah. So the weird thing about it is,
wild.
first off, the outsole that comes up all the way up to here, your foot sits down about here.
Yeah.
I feel like.
I'm going to tape measure that.
I'm not quite sure what the point of bringing the midsole side all the way up
the
to
cup,
your ankle.
Stability. You're up on a higher platform.
Yeah, like, do you think the actual stack height's like this?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you can see if you look inside.
Yeah.
And then, I'm also...
What didn't you like about this shoe? Why didn't you like it?
There seems to be this trend with, I saw it with the 860 V10 of, I was saying the flared out heel, which I'm fine with. I love that in the Beacon. I love that in the FuelCell TC. But they've started in the 860 and now there's this internal, like these bumps that go around the Achilles.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't consider that padding.
It's definitely padding.
I mean, it is, but it's pretty firm.
It's a little tough, and if you have
this shoe, which is all comfort.
If you have any movement at all, it's almost like this scratching that you feel just each step.
I could imagine you would feel that.
Yeah. And then, in my opinion, even though there's more fuel, the Fresh Foam X, there's a lot more. Compared to the 880, it just doesn't feel as like responsive, or I almost like the cushioning in the 880 way more.
Dude, you can seriously float across the Atlantic on this thing.
Now it looks huge.
Would you stand at the toe and be like, "I'm king of the world"?
I would. I would hold you on the railing.
It looks huge, but this is light. I mean, this is lighter than the 880s I have. This is 10.3.
I mean, that's
it is crazy.
Now,
it is lighter.
If you did see, like, obviously you're not a huge fan of this one, but if you did see our TC review, both of us ran in that. Both of us loved that. I'm really excited for the RC to come out. Those are both FuelCell. You're saying that you like the Fresh Foam X better because it's not as bouncy, because you said the Rebel causes you some issues being too soft?
Well, I really am curious about the FuelCell Prism. They're, I believe, stability version of the FuelCell.
Mm-hmm.
But when I heel strike, or when I kind of slow down in the Rebel and now the TC, I noticed that like my heels kind of turn in a little bit, my ankles. I can even see it when I'm walking, like, because there's the mirrors in my apartment, like the lobby where the elevators are, and I can see it's like this little shaking in the heel. So, but when I'm running fast and I'm striking midfoot and toeing off, it's like butter.
Okay. This is?
No. The FuelCell.
Yeah.
I mean, this is as stable as it gets. I mean, that's like the. I don't know.
That's wide. That's like Hoka wide there. Now that
outsole. Yeah, I'm curious what is wider across the state of Texas or this outsole.
The state of Texas is gonna say they are.
Yeah,
they're
they are.
Everything.
Texas is the best.
Should
we talk about something from Texas?
And then,
let's. Actually, that's a good segue.
Last thing, it's not that stiff. Texas.
He doesn't understand.
Right, Texas.
He doesn't understand. Showbiz.
Let's get into it.
Right.
Speaking of Texas.
Yeah. Well, what are we talking about?
Here you go.
So this launched today.
And which we've seen.
Yeah.
But it did launch today.
It launched today.
Or the pre-order launched today.
And we're so excited because there's going to be a Believe in the Run version of this shoe, limited edition, and our Patreon group has already seen what the shoe looks like. We shared the design with them. We also have a new hat coming out for spring and a shirt that's going to be available soon. So sort of almost like a capsule, and it all kind of ties into the look and feel that we have going on in the Atreyu shoe that we'll be launching. We're really excited. We think Michael's got a great thing going on. We're thrilled that we get to see this evolve, like, from standing at Trey when he pulled it out of his backpack and showed us, to seeing him kind of launch the product, come out here and talk about it with us on our YouTube. If you haven't watched that, you may want to check out our sit down with Michael. This is exciting. It's exciting.
Excited for us, and we're excited for Michael, of course. Pre-order start today for this shoe. Shipping begins July 1st. But anyways, we did our official review this week of the shoe, where you and Dave both came in.
I'm dying to get more miles in it.
Yeah. So how many miles have you had it in?
I only had like 10 miles in it.
Okay, but Dave had like 60.
And normally
I
I won't even chime in on a shoe if I haven't had 20 miles in it.
Yeah.
But this shoe, we wanted to get the review out, and I mean, the problem is that this is just the time of year where we have a ton of shoes. Plus, like I said, I ended up on the floor bleeding out of my head, so I took a week off of running. So it just put me a little behind in getting miles in some of the other shoes. One of the shoes that we'll talk about here. But definitely check this out. Michael's already pre-ordered 600 pairs of these, so this is happening. This is real. It's launched. It's happening. And that was within like 12 hours.
Yeah, 600 pre-orders in 12 hours. Insane.
That Believe collab, I might just buy it. Just
you're going to want it. Yeah. I feel like these are going to be like Swatch watches or
I love that they can
Gooder sunglasses, where you're going to want to get the limited edition so that you have...
It's genius.
Have something.
I love it.
The closest thing I would say to a regular production shoe that I've tried is the Skechers Horizon Vantage, which I ran in this week. It was the first shoe I ran into test whether or not I would fall over after the accident.
He didn't.
And it's a very similar build on the shoe. As a matter of fact, like you can see, it's reinforced on the sides. Like this one's reinforced on the side. Unattached tongue, simple lacing system, lightweight. Both are super lightweight. For this one's like, I think for my size, 10 and a half. Here, let's hit this.
What is it? Line it up.
All right, for my size, 10 and a half.
You got Target.
This guy is grams, 181 grams, and then, what? Yeah, oh dang it.
Oh,
You
my
told me to
God.
tar. and I
Yeah,
did it.
not when it's on the scale.
Just
Yep.
shut up, Jared.
It's real,
Next time, be quiet.
real smooth operation we got
Yeah, that's
going on
awesome.
back here.
All right, the Atreyu weighs 6.38 ounces for a size 10 and a half. Where the Skechers Horizon Vanish, it's gonna come in lighter, but it's not. I don't think. It's
That's magic. I don't
5.68
get it.
ounces. But the thing is, I think I put daily miles on this one more than I would put on the Skechers one. This one's so fast and smooth through the turnover, though. It's all fun to run in. This one's the same. I mean, really, I'd put these shoes up against each other, but I feel like you can get the daily. You could use the Atreyu certainly as a daily mile trainer. This one, you could, but man, I don't know. I
It's
probably
pretty insane.
wouldn't.
5.6 ounces seems almost impossible.
This is like
Yeah. The only problem I have with this one is that it's a little short, so my front toe is rubbing against the thing. So I don't know, man. They're both
All right.
stellar shoes, and
Are you compared the Atreyu base model to the original Kinvara? maybe?
Yeah.
Something like that.
it's like the original Kinvara. I also said the Lunar,
Okay, yeah.
Lunar Racer from Nike. So
Sweet.
it's hot. It's nice. Definitely buy a pair. Sign up for the subscription. You may get a chance to get the Believe in the Run shoe. We're going to certainly offer it to our Patreons first and see how that goes. And again, the look of the shoe that we have coming out matches the hat that we have coming out, which
gonna be
matches the
sweet.
shirt that we have coming out. So
I'm pretty excited.
It's pretty much a capsule of our spring into summer capsule will be featuring this. It's cool.
And as far as pricing, the Atreyu model will cost $95 for a one-off model. For subscribers to the Atreyu subscription plan, it's around $75.
So the just to say, subscription plan you can set up by how often you think you're going to go, about 250 to 300 miles. Then you ship your shoe back, and you get a fresh pair. The only thing is, some of them you're probably going to want to keep if they're limited edition, like the Believe in the Run one. So you may want to keep that one and just get your new one and not ship one back. But if you do ship it back, Michael recycles them, make sure they get on the feet of people who need a shoe, just regular folk, maybe not a runner, but just somebody who needs, footwear.
Yeah.
So really excited for both of these.
And then this one comes in at $100, right?
Yeah. So this is at the most expensive is
Not 95.
Yeah.
So relatively the same.
This
about
is
the
how
same.
shoes should be priced.
Yeah.
By the way.
And hey,
and how they should be built.
props to Skechers for making a nice little design there.
Yeah,
I like that.
Skechers is hot.
I can't.
Yeah, and we're actually this week we're gonna be having a rundown of the whole Skechers lineup for you. So I know it gets confusing because they have several speed shoes out, they have several daily trainers out. So Robbie and I go through them all, kind of tell you where they sit, what we prefer for what, and it's a good look at pretty much what the lineup is so far in 2020.
Yeah, so that'll be coming out next week, right?
Yeah, Rachel's editing it up now, so
Sweet.
it should be out soon. Yeah.
And then, here's a little preview shoe that we got last
Yeah.
week. You might have seen it out there.
It's starting to get some reviews out there, and it's starting to get out there. I have been a fan of the UltraBoost for just easy, cushiony miles. It's not the lightest shoe, but it
looks good.
It does the job. I think it's a perfect shoe for someone who goes to the gym, wants a more stylish shoe that can run and be comfortable running in. Definitely works on both, looks, training. It's a nice looking shoe. And then they take this one and they've lowered the weight, so I'm expecting to really like this. They took off there's no cage on it, so no plastic cage. They got rid of the knit upper, and it's got a very, a tech-like fabric reinforced underneath by another, almost like a felt material. So they've really simplified the UltraBoost and dropped it down. And this one is the UltraBoost PB. So it's gonna be interesting. I'm gonna actually take this out for 12 miles tomorrow morning and run with the Faster Bastards, and it's the perfect colorway for that group because it's either got to be white or black.
Check out the hoodie.
White or black or a little bit of red, and this guy fulfills the order.
I like it. You know, I really love the UltraBoost 20 design, the space design. But then this came and I was like, oh man, this is
pretty hot too.
Better. Yeah.
Nice. I mean, I like them both. The space one has nice details.
Yeah, they're both really nice.
Yeah. So how's the beer, guys?
Oh, it's good.
It's good.
Actually, you know what? It really is good.
It's stout season. That's why I went with this one.
It's always stout season.
The wintertime is stout
I always feel like there's a lot of, and by the way, we're not like getting paid for this.
We're just getting free beer.
Gave us some beer.
We're just really like beer.
I'm always like skeptical of like these like beer companies or other companies who are like, oh, made for
runners.
athletes. I'm like, oh, this is gonna
like
suck.
Michelob Ultra, right?
Yeah, it's just like I want more calories. Not
The
less.
26.2, the Boston beer. It was just salty beer.
Yeah.
Hey, Jarrett, when you go get a haircut, do you ask for the young squire cut?
What does that mean?
Like he looks like a horse stable guy.
I don't even know what that means.
You know, like if you're a knight and you have the squire boy.
I'm just gonna put my head.
That's what happens when Thomas has a half a beer.
Yeah.
Damn it.
And a head injury.
I'm sorry. Good luck with
There it
him.
is.
Thomas is just talking.
Fetch me my horse,
Did
boy.
you just get a haircut this week?
No, I
thought
need
you
one
did.
though, and they won't let me. They told me not to get a haircut for at least a week.
I wish they would have shaved your head
Okay.
when you got those stitches.
Yeah, they
Or
didn't because it would be
staples.
like a bald patch. It's right on the back of my head. So what happened was,
You would have looked like a eunuch.
yeah, I ended up passing out in my kitchen. My head hit.
He wasn't drinking, by the
Yeah,
way.
it was not drinking related. This was pain related. I passed out, hit my head on the counter, split my head open, bled all over the place. Megan found me on the floor.
Like, literal bloodbath.
Yeah, she's like freaked out. I stopped breathing. The whole works. EMS came, took me to the emergency room. They put 9 staples in my head, which was fun. And then the greatest thing was they kept me for observation because my heart rate was in the 40s, and they're like, it's too low. I'm like, when they told us why they were keeping us there, we're like, no, that's my normal resting heart rate. So then they let us go. But yeah.
And you had a doctor whose name was
on Valentine's Day.
I mean, that's just good
Yeah.
luck.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
But
you were meant to smash your head so you could meet him.
So Friday morning, that was 4 a.m. that I went to the hospital. These guys were going, and I didn't even get like pain medication or something, but I was like to Megan, I was like, I think I can make the live show. And she's like, you're not going anywhere.
And that's why it was just Jared and I last week.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I brought him chocolate strawberries after, and he ate them. I was surprised because I don't know. I feel like guys don't really eat sweets.
And Thomas only eats salad.
Yeah.
And I don't even like strawberries.
Yeah, and
but I ate it out of
I
courtity.
couldn't bring you like vodka or something.
Yeah, you could.
You could have, and he probably would have drank
Yeah.
it. And then died.
Meg would have been so mad.
I think I did have
But-
a martini that night.
But seriously, like...
Maybe not that
We were
night.
this close to, like, this whole thing being done.
Yeah.
me getting a new job.
You guys would have hated the drop from like 30 to like 33, and then we probably would have been like, you know what?
Yeah, like, we'd have to be doing a eulogy in the beginning of every episode.
Yeah.
Be like...
In memory of.
in memoriam
These are the
of
shoes he
Thomas.
would have run in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they'd still be coming.
And that would have just been annoying, and then we would have just stopped.
Jared be trying to stick his foot into 10.5
I'd be like,
regulars.
this shoe sucks. It doesn't fit.
Yeah.
It's normal.
Any questions for anything we went over today, Rob?
Let's see. We did have a question about, when we were talking about the Fresh Foam More, which was, how does it compare to
Like a Hoka?
the Beacon version 2? Did you wear the Beacon?
Yeah, you
Yeah.
did.
Yeah.
I like the Beacon more.
Seems to be a fan favorite.
Yeah. I don't know. The Beacon is definitely lighter, but it has the old, the regular Fresh Foam in there. So I'm curious about version 3, which will have the Fresh Foam X. But
Is it really getting the Fresh Foam X treatment?
I'm like 95% sure.
Let's look that one up.
Yeah, I'm gonna say 97% sure.
I mean, it's got to, right?
Yeah, it
I mean,
definitely
how can
has
you
to.
come out?
They've kind of gone away from Fresh Foam.
I kind of would like it. I felt like the Beacon for me was a little firm, so I like for a shoe that has that much stack, I want a little bit of.
Yeah, but
bit
I
of
could
push. Hmm.
run. I could run pretty fast in that shoe. I don't know. I could run. I could run pretty fast in that shoe. 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 I could run pret and up to a marathon distance. I mean, I did one in Morgantown, which was the hilliest, worst. I thought I was going to die during that one, but I couldn't see myself running a marathon in the V2. V3 looked potentially crazy. But
Yeah.
we saw 2 options.
I mean,
of
it
that.
looked a lot. It's not that far off from the Moore, looks wise.
Hey, do you know, Thomas, if someone is talking about Saucony's Power Run Plus,
Mm-hmm.
they think it's superior to the New Balance Fresh Foam or even Fresh Foam X.
Fresh Foam X.
Do you know,
I mean-
do you know if there's a difference? Have you experienced
Yeah,
it?
I mean, we held it and we tried it on. We know it's lighter.
But like on a have you run it in the Power Run Plus?
Like
I
the
can't-
yeah, I mean the
Kambara?
Power Run Plus there's a top sole of it in
Yeah.
the Kambara, but I mean really you're not going to feel it until you're in the whole thing or you run in the Triumph. You know, like FuelCell and that I think are going to be more comparison than Fresh Foam, and I think the FuelCell is a little heavier than the Power Run Plus, so. I'm excited to get into the Power Run Plus once it gets into the endorphin line. So
Yeah.
until I really get some good experience with it, I won't know.
Okay. So another question that we had was, kind of change the subject a little bit, was where did I
I
find
feel
it?
like we're overexposed.
Mhm.
Very
I know.
white.
Yeah.
Maybe the lights are too close.
Maybe. Sorry, I'm trying to find the question.
See, well, he
here.
looks.
By Wes Anderson.
I have reviewed the chili blanket.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Oh man,
Keeping you warm though,
dude, yeah, and chili.
and chilly,
And weighted.
depending on what option that you want.
And weighted.
Dude, weighted blankets are the greatest invention of all time.
Is it really?
Yeah, it's just a secure feeling
Yeah.
of I just feel comforted.
I love it.
And they said like, oh, this should help with anxiety and all this stuff, and I'm like, that seems like mumbo jumbo. But then you get under it and you're like, ooh,
Nice feeling.
this is whatever's going on in the world. I don't care.
I like it.
My
under
bills
here.
can be paid later. I'm watching.
Yeah, the
There's-
only,
There's a
first
thing
time.
called a coronavirus.
the only thing
I
is
got
like
my own corona.
it's like 20 pounds. It feels like it's like 1 billion pounds, and trying to kind of like when it's further down, like halfway off the couch, trying to pull it up. I'm afraid I'm gonna pull my back out. But
You've had problems with that in the past too, so
yeah,
good luck.
I know I'm screwed, but it's worth it.
Speaking of
I love it.
coronavirus, what do you guys think about Tracksmith selling their Tokyo kits?
Oh,
I mean, they're giving a donation
Yeah.
towards helping the people who are dealing
what do you
with.
mean? What do you think about it?
Like, would you want to buy a kit from a canceled marathon?
Yeah, it's like a limited edition.
I'm on the other side. I think that
Yeah?
people could pull off saying it's for Tokyo Olympics, but I just can't imagine like
Tokyo 20 didn't happen.
would you wear a Boston Marathon shirt for a marathon you didn't run? That's just like a shirt that said Boston.
No, but is the Tracksmith like their specialty gear? Is that like?
You're not
do you
supposed
know
to get
what I
the
mean?
singlet. It would have been a pop shop in Tokyo that
Oh,
you would have
okay.
purchased the material at. You could have probably gotten it online, but the assumption is that if you're doing
Yeah.
that, it's that you're running the event. Like
Yeah.
you can't.
I
If
didn't
you
know if
try
it
to
was
get the
just- okay.
Tracksmith Boston singlet,
Yeah.
you have to send in
Oh, you really
your
do? Okay.
qualification.
Okay.
Yeah.
That,
Then yeah,
that
that's
you're
still
in.
different. I thought it was just
I
like
couldn't imagine going up to Boston to watch and then buying a Boston Tracksmith singlet and wearing
no,
it.
I wouldn't do. Yeah, I'm. with
But
you.
it might.
But-
I do. I mean, the Tokyo kit from Tracksmith looks great.
Yeah.
It's fantastic looking. The gray boy shirt,
I-
you can't really tell what it
Yeah.
is. So.
But if it didn't actually happen, then that gives you an actual reason why you can buy it.
Well, it is, and there's the thing that I think is kind of cool for collectors. Like you have a singlet for an event that didn't happen.
Yeah.
I would buy it if I was planning on running it the next year, but I would be really pissed off that they're making me pay
But they're gonna.
again.
Yeah. Right.
You're guaranteed entry
Oh,
next
you have
next
to
year, but
pay
you have
again?
to repay.
Oh, gosh, that sucks.
Do you really?
Yeah, which is I think.
Oh,
the
which by
biggest-
the way, speaking of Tokyo Marathon, Asics. There is a little bit of Asics news we can tell, because we got to go ahead that.
What are they going to do with their Tokyo pack?
Well, that's for the Tokyo. Was it for the marathon or was it for
I think it's
the
for the
Olympics?
marathon. They're the lead sponsor for.
They'll
the
probably just switch it to the
It's the
Olympics.
Olympics. Now it's the Tokyo pack for the Olympics.
So the Tokyo, we can say that the Tokyo Meta Racer, which is their carbon fiber race shoe. It has one plate.
And it's been beating people.
It's been, if you see, it set the record at Kona for the Ironman.
And then in Austin, Ali Kiefer wore it and won the half marathon.
Yeah, so there's a lot of hype around this shoe.
And I've held it. There's nothing extremely magical about it. I think it's a really sweet shoe. I cannot wait to get it to do my type of speed in it. But I think it's going to be a very accessible shoe for people of all speeds. But it's a great looking shoe.
I mean, I think we're all really excited for it, and I don't think we're allowed to say anything else about it. But you know, as you can expect with all carbon racers, they will be released in time to meet the Olympic standard, or the World Athletics ruling for the Olympics. So.
And really, I mean, we can all wait. It'll get here.
Yeah, like, I mean,
I've never heard you be so patient in my life.
That's because I know I have one earmarked for me already.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you're fine. You already know what's coming. Someone did ask about our for Believe in the Run product if we ship overseas. So that is not something we're able to do right now, which kind of sucks. But hopefully we'll figure it out at some point. Maybe
if somebody overseas wants to order enough of it and they could distribute it over there, then we would do that. But yeah, I mean, it just is prohibitive when you're talking about selling a hat or a shirt or something like that. When we go to sell it, the shipping cost to send a hat would cost more than the hat costs. So it doesn't really make sense. And same with the shirt. So. Like, if you want to send me $70 to send you a $30 hat, sure, we can work it out. But
so that's something and maybe as we get bigger or have more resources, that's something we can do or figure out. But as of now, it is just us doing everything.
Like I take out a Sharpie, write it on the envelope, and send it out to you.
Well, it may change with stamps.com. Hopefully.
Robbie keeps trying to get me to move out of Stone Age.
Do it.
We're going to do it.
All right. But you like in that handwritten mail, right? Like, it's kind of nice. It's a nice touch. Let's see. Are there any other questions?
Hey, also, if you have a sticker that you want us to put up on the wall behind us here, send us your stickers.
Throw it here.
Yeah.
Unless it says like "F you, believe in the run."
You can see there's. I'll even put that one up.
That'd be a pretty cool sticker.
It's like Stop Pre.
Yeah.
You got a Tracksmith. You got Sufferfest. You got a Believe in the Run sticker. Yeah, we're good.
Yeah.
You send your sticker. I'll put it up there. I should put a Faster sticker up there.
Yeah, that's shocking.
One more question, which I don't know that I can answer, but someone asked, does the Solomon Sonic 3 lineup compare to the Fresh Foam lineup from New Balance? And that is like...
I think that it's actually going to have it's nitrogen infused midsole, so that's going to be closer to the Hyperburst, the DNA Flash style. We saw a tray. It was interesting. It doesn't look as porous as the Hyperburst or the DNA Flash. I don't know. We haven't had it on our feet yet.
Yeah, that's like the one we got to start. We got to try to get some Solomons in here. I guess it's like the one shoe that we don't really. We got some models in last year, but
I mean, I
think they usually release in April or May.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure that we could work with Running Warehouse to get them, or Solomon if you want the kind of limelight that we give to people like New Balance here, even though everything wasn't that positive. But
it's pretty good.
Yeah, send it. And we love New Balance.
I'm telling you, what we love. Like I will. When it goes on sale, I need 40 more pairs of the FuelCell TC.
Yeah, like
maybe 41.
Jarrett will keep that alive.
Yeah. Like I have lost those. I lent him the TCs, and now they're not coming back.
Yeah, that's not.
I just know they're not. Like I just joked around about him having to bring it back, and his wife messaged me and was like, "Don't make Jarrett cry."
He's a very emo kid over there.
He's under his weighted blanket going, he can't have the TCs.
Just listening to the Cure and the Smiths.
No, that's me. This guy's probably listening to All Time Low.
Dashboard Confessional.
Yeah, there we go.
There you go. Right. Good enough.
But you like that?
I do like that. I had nothing wrong with Dashboard Confessional. I've seen it like 6 times. I'm not even kidding.
Robbie's got to start doing the music for our intros and outros.
I should. I should just play acoustic guitar like dashboard and just
That'd be good.
go in and
We can
out.
all go to sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, you'll just start crying because you'll be so sad. All right. Anyways, I think that's pretty much it for today.
That's it.
Oh wait, one more thing.
Wait, that's not it.
Nah, I'll show it.
All right.
Okay.
Subscribe. Or you're going to show them the Camelback stuff.
Yeah, whatever.
Subscribe.
Next week.
Like. Follow.
On,
Patreon.
on all the things.
On all the things.
YouTube, Facebook,
Tap it,
Instagram.
smack it, smash it down.
And all the reviews, the shoes that we talked about, the reviews are on our site. Links are in the description. Check that out.
Yeah.
I think that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
Anything else?
Jared, do you want to pitch your Sufferfest people?
Pitch 'em.
Send more.
Pitch
We'll
'em, yeah.
sweat for beer.
Yeah.
Or shameless
Dude, if you
promotion
want like
on
super
our show.
high quality pictures of us shotgunning beers, we'll do it.
Yeah, slow mo.
Cutting it out.
He's cutting it out.